Hello students of class 5. So today I am going to start the next lecture of the chapter decimals. So just see in the board what I have drawn. So first of all, already in the last lecture we have discussed about tens and hundreds. So see, we are going to see in more detail. So see, tens. Already I told you that if we divide one whole into 10 equal parts, then each part is called tens. Okay, each part is called tens. So see here, this is one whole. Okay, suppose this is a square and I have divided into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so here each part is called 1/10. Okay, so if I color this part, then this will be 1/10. Okay, if I color this part, this will be 1/10. If I color two parts of it, then it will be what? 2/10. Okay. If I color three parts, then it will be 3/10 and so on like this. Okay. Then 1/10 in fraction we can write it as 1/10. Already I told you 1/10, and in decimal number we can write it as 0.1. Okay, 0.1. So now see, if I further divide this 1/10, which one is 1/10? This one is 1/10. So if I divide further into 10 equal parts, so see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means this small rectangle, okay, this small rectangle again I have further divided into 10 equal parts. Now each part, this small box, okay, each part is called 1/100. Already I discussed hundreds up to hundreds in the last lecture. So what is hundreds? What is 1/100? 1/100 is when we divide 1/10 into 10 equal parts. Okay, our 1/10 is what? This is our 1/10 and we are dividing into 10 equal parts. So here each part is called what? Hundreds. Okay, hundreds. So how we have to represent? 1/100 is 1/100 in fractional number. We can represent it as 1/100, and in decimal we have to write like this, 0.01. Okay. Similarly, if 2 is there, then we can write 0.02. Okay, and so on. So see here, this each part is called what? 1/100. In fraction we can represent it as 1/100 or 0.01. So next topic is thousands. Okay, so see what is thousands. Thousand is further. If I further divide 100 into 10 equal parts, so where is my 100s lie? This small box is 100. So further, if I divide it into 10 equal parts like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this part, okay, I am again drawing this part in a big form here. See, so this particular, okay, this particular region I have drawn here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is called what? This is called thousands. So what I have done? I have divided 100th into what? 10 equal parts. Okay, so this the representation of this is 1 by what? 1/1000, because we are dividing. Okay, we are further dividing. So what happened when we divide? We are dividing, so in denominator there will be increase of 1/10, there will be another increase of 1/10. So like this, see, first of all, this is only 1/10 was there. So after that again we have divided into 10 equal parts. So again 1/10 will be divided. So like that 10 is multiplied in the denominator, so it will become 100. Again 100 we have divided into 10 equal parts again. So what will happen again in the denominator? 10 again there will be multiplication of 10. So what it will become? 1000. 1/1000. Okay. So this is in what? This is in fraction. That means this is a fractional representation. So how to write in decimal number? See, 0.001. Okay, so you can see what is happening. So just compare all these things. Just see here. So how the decimal point of the decimal shifts. So where the decimal point is shifted, see, first the decimal point was here. Again see, it shift to the left. Again it shift to the left. You can see it is going, okay, it is going to the left. Why it is going to the left? Because we are dividing. We are dividing in each case. We are dividing by 10 in each case, okay. So that's why it is the decimal point shifts towards left. What will happen if I again put 1 0, another 1 0 if I put in denominator, then decimal point again shift to the left, okay. So see here you can easily see which one is greater, which one is smaller. So see which one is greater, 0.1, 0.001, 0.001, okay. So which one is greater? Yes, 0.1 is greater. You can see the area is greater here, but here you can see this is a smaller part of this one part, okay. Again when we are dividing this part into again 10 equal parts, then one part is what? 1 by 1000. That means this is very small, okay. So here if you want to compare, then which one will be greater? Yes, 0.1 will be greater. After you have to write 0.01, and the smallest one will be what? 0.001. You can easily see using the diagram, okay, you can easily check that 0.1 is the greatest among these three. So this is the definition of thousands, and this is the representation in fraction form, and this is the representation in decimal form, okay. So how to remember, how to memorize, there is a technique, okay. So what is the technique? See, after decimal you can see here 3 digits are there. Already I told you in earlier class also, okay, in the last lecture I told you, see there are 3 digits, okay. That means in the denominator you have to put 3 zeros after 1, okay. Similarly here you can see after decimal we have 2 digits, so you have to divide by 100. That means after 1 you have to put 2 zeros, because the number of digit is 2 after decimal place. Similarly here after the decimal point, here we have only 1 digit. That means in denominator we have to put only 1 zero after 1, okay. So by this way you can easily remember, or you can easily convert a fractional number to decimal or a decimal number to fraction. So students, see next topic in the book itself, just you look at the book. So in book page number 103 there is a diagram. You can see the first diagram, the second diagram and the third diagram. You can see here in all the 3 diagrams we have shaded the same equal parts, okay. So here this is out of 10 equal parts we have shaded 2 equal parts. Similarly here out of 100 equal parts, okay, here again it is further divided into 10 equal parts, okay. So this is 100, so total boxes, small boxes here is equal to 100, and out of 100 how many boxes are colored? Yes, 20. So it is written as 20 hundreds, okay. So the first one was 2 tens, so 2 tens in decimal we can write it as 0.2, and 20 hundreds in decimal we can write it as 0.20, and similarly again it is further divided into 10 equal parts, so it has become now thousands, okay. So see here again the same part is colored, so, but here we have to write 200,000 because it is further divided, okay. So how to represent 200,000 in decimal number? We have to write 0.200, okay. So in each cases you can see we have colored the same parts. That means they all are same, they all are equivalent, okay. So like we have studied equivalent fraction, here also this is the same thing is happening. So these are called equivalent decimals, okay. So the next topic is that only. So what are equivalent decimals? You can see here easily after decimal point, okay. After decimal point in every cases we are having what? 2 in tens place, okay. This is tens place. Already I told you about the place value chart. Already I discussed the place value chart. Here 2 is in tens place, so all the 2's are in the same tens place. You can easily see here. So these are called equivalent decimals, okay. So that means writing or removing zeros at the end of a decimal number does not change its value. That means what they are saying, if we are writing 0 at the end of a decimal number, that will not change the value. So if you remove the 0, that number will become what? See here in 0.200 we can remove the 2 zeros that is writing in the end, that is written in the end. Okay, so after removing the 2 0 you will get 0.2, that will be same as the number 1. Similarly here also after removing the end 0 you will get 0.2, that will be the same as the first one. So these are called what? These are called equivalent decimals. So see the next topic. Next topic is like and unlike decimal numbers. So what are like decimal numbers? See, decimal numbers having same number of digit after decimal point. So you can see here, this is one decimal number and this is the other decimal number. Here after the decimal point we are having only one digit. Okay, that means one decimal place each. So this is called what? They are called like decimals or like decimal numbers. Similarly here you can see after decimal point, that means the decimal point bearing same number of digits. Here see there are 2 digits, here also after decimal 2 digit, here also 2 digit. So 2 decimal places each. Okay, so these are called what? Like decimals. So what are unlike? They have different number of decimal places. So you can see here 2.52 and 1.3. So after the decimal point here there are 2 digits, but here only one digit is there, so they are called what? Unlike decimals. Okay, so one more thing you have to remember, that equivalent decimal, like equivalent decimal, already I told you what are equivalent decimals. So in equivalent decimal 0.2, 0.20 and 0.200. So you can see they are equivalent. Okay, but see the number of digits after the decimal point, here is 1, here is 2, here is 3. So what are they? They are unlike or like? So the answer is they come under unlike decimal, because the definition suggests that they are come under unlike decimal, because in unlike decimal after the decimal point the number of digits is different. Okay, so equivalent decimal are what? They are unlike. So the next topic is converting unlike decimal to like decimal. So why we need this topic? See, for example, in fractions we have studied that how to compare the unlike fraction. How to compare unlike fraction, how to know that which fraction is greater than which fraction. Okay, how to know which one is greater or which one is smaller in case of unlike fraction. So first of all we have to convert it into like fraction, then we can easily say that which one is greater and which one is smaller. Okay, so here also in like decimal, first of all, okay, for comparing the unlike decimal, first of all you have to convert it into like decimal. So how to convert? In that case only, in fraction only, what we were doing, in that case we are converting it into equivalent fraction. Okay, here also in decimals we have to convert it into equivalent decimals. So see one example, these are unlike decimals. So you can see here after decimal point, here is only one digit, here 2 digit, here is 3 digit. Okay, so highest is 3 digit. That means if we can make here also 3 digit, here also 3 digit, then they all are said to be as what? Then they are said to be as like decimal. But for now they are called as what? Unlike, because the digits after the decimal point is not same. So how to make them same? See, just you have to write the equivalent decimal number. So 1.7. Okay, what is the equivalent decimal number of this? We can write, see, 1.700. Already in equivalent decimal we have seen in the picture that 1.7, or you can write 1.70, or you can write 1.700, or you can write 1.7000. All are what? All are equivalent decimal. But we need what? We need after decimal point we need only 3 digit, as the highest number of digit here is 3. Okay, so here this is converted to an equivalent decimal, so we have to put 2 more zeros. Similarly here for making 3 digit we have to write only 1 0 here. Here there will be no change, because here only the highest number of digit here is 3. Okay, so no need to change here. So see, now they are now can say to be as what? Like decimals. Now they are like decimals. Okay, so now we can easily compare it. Okay, so next topic is comparing decimals. So how to compare decimals? See, First of all, you have to check that they should be like decimal. So you can see in these cases, this is 0.04, this is 0.21. So they are like because the number of digit after decimal point is same. So which one will be greater? You can see the diagram which I have shaded the most. You can see here I have shaded total 21 parts. This is also divided into 100 equal parts. This is also divided into 100 equal parts. Okay, they are 100s. So now how many hundreds here I have shaded? Yes, total 21 hundreds I have shaded. But here I have shaded only 4 parts. So which part is greater? Yes, 0.21 part means 0.21. This decimal number will be greater than this one. So how to check without using the diagram? So if the diagram is not there, so how to check? First of all, you have to see the whole part. Here whole part is 0. So no problem, whole part is 0. But next you have to see the digit after the decimal. So digit after the decimal, here is 0, here is 2. So which one is greater? Yes, 2 is greater than 0. Okay. Therefore, this decimal number will be greater than this. Okay. Got it, student? Similarly, if my question is like this, 0.21 and 0.22. Okay. So now you can see the whole part is 0. Okay. Next is the tens. Tens is same, but what is happening to hundreds place? Here hundreds is 2, here 100 is 1. So which one is greater? This 2 is greater than 1. That means 0.22 is greater than 0.21. See, they both are like decimal. Next you have to check that which part I have shaded the most. Here I am shading the most part, means the greater part I am shading here, but here I am shading the small, means one smaller than this. Okay, this is 22 and this is what, 21. I am shading 21 parts out of 100 equal parts. Here I am shading 22 parts out of 100 equal parts. So this will be greater. So one more example, see here. So see the next 1.25, 1.04. You can see the whole part is same in both the cases. Okay. So there is one whole and in another means the second whole. The second whole I have divided into 100 equal parts because there are 2 digits. That means I have divided the second whole. So the diagram will be like this. See, this is one whole. So this is 1. So 2, 5. That means I have divided into how many parts? Yes, this will be 100 equal parts. And out of 100 equal parts, I am shading how many parts of it? Yes, out of 100 equal parts, I am shading 25 out of it. Similarly, here will be also one whole will be there. Okay, one whole will be there. This is for one whole. And this is 0, 4. That means 4 is in hundreds place. So see, again I am taking one whole, but I am dividing into 100 equal parts. And out of 100 equal parts, I am shading how many parts? Only 4 parts of it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose I am shading only 4 parts, but here I am shading 25 parts. So which one will be greater? Here also one whole. This is same, but this part, see the hundreds part. Here 100 part is what? 25 hundreds. But here it is only 400. So which one will be greater? Yes, 25 hundreds will be greater one. Okay, so this is greater than this. So how to check? If whole part is there, how to check? Just compare the whole part. If the whole part is same, then you have to go for the tens. That means after the decimal point. So here tens is 2, here tens is 0. So which one will be greater? Yes, 2 will be greater. Okay. So see the question from exercise 7.2. So here we have to color and compare. So do it in book itself. You can do in book itself. So here see, this is 53 hundreds. This is 700s. Okay. So both are like decimals. You can see the digits after the decimal point is same. So they are like decimal. So which one will be greater? See, you have to color 53 parts out of 100 equal parts, but here you have to color 7 equal parts out of 100 equal parts. This is 53 by 100 and this is 7 by 100. So you can easily compare which one is greater. Yes, 53 by 100 is greater. So you have to shade 53 parts and here you have to shade 7 parts of it. Okay, so try to do this. This will be greater. Okay, so color in the book itself. See the next question. Next question is question number B. Here see, this is not like decimal. So first of all we will convert it. So see here there are 2 digits, but there here it is only 1 digit. So we have to change it into equivalent decimal. So equivalent decimal of 0.1 is 0.10. Okay, so now you can see after point there are 2 numbers now 10. Okay, here only 0, 1. So that means this is 1 hundredths and this is 10 hundredths. That means out of 100 equal part you have to shade 10 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 you have to shade. Here you have to shade only one part. So this is one part. So which one will be greater? Yes, 0.10 is greater than 0.01. So in unlike decimal you have to first convert it into like decimal, then you have to check which one is greater. So see the next question, question number 2. Here there is no diagram. Without using the diagram, how to compare, how to check which decimal number is greater, which one is smaller. See here, first of all see, these are unlike decimal, just make it like. How to make it like? See, 3 digits are there after decimal, here only 2 digits, so just put 10. Okay, so now see, whole part is same, 9, 9. Next start with the tens part. So tens place is what? 0 and here it is 9. So which one is greater? 9 is greater, okay. So that means 9.990 is greater than this one, okay. So this is this is less than 9.990. Similarly, see another one, number G, 6.4 and here it is 6.359. So this is also unlike decimal, so just make it like. How to make it like? See, after decimal 3 digits are there, so you have to make here 3 digits now. 1 digit is there only, so just put 2 more zeros, okay. So now see, 6, 6, whole part is same. Now check the tens part, tens place. So tens place is 4, here it is 3. So which one is greater? Yes, 4 is greater, that means this decimal number is greater than 6.359. Okay students, so try to do the remaining question. Okay, you can do these questions in book itself and write the content which I have already discussed previously, like decimal, what are unlike decimal, how to represent in the diagram, draw the diagrams in the copy. Okay, so just do this exercise 7.1 in copy and 7.2 you can do in book. Okay, so thank you students.